Christian Bale didn't just prepare for roles, he erased himself for them. Hollywood praises dedication, but Bale pushed it so far that even studios, directors, and co-stars started to worry. Years later, he would quietly admit something that shocked fans. He may have taken things too far. This isn't just a story about commitment. It's about how far one actor was willing to go and what it cost him. But this obsession didn't begin with fame. It started much earlier. Long before Christian Bale was known for extreme transformations, the warning signs were already there. As a teenager in Empire of the Sun, Bale wasn't simply acting exhausted, he made himself exhausted. Before scenes, he would run and jump repeatedly just so his breathing felt real on camera. Steven Spielberg wasn't fully convinced at first, but once filming began, it became clear Bale wasn't approaching this like a normal child actor. Even at that age, he wasn't pretending to feel something. He was forcing his body to experience it, and as he got older, that mindset only intensified. When American Psycho came along, the studio didn't want Christian Bale anywhere near it. Executives felt he wasn't famous enough and even tried replacing him. He was paid the legal minimum, earning less than people working behind the scenes. Financially, he was struggling, and crew members reportedly laughed about it. Instead of backing off, Bale isolated himself completely. He stayed locked into Patrick Bateman's accent and behavior throughout the entire shoot. He avoided socializing, barely broke character, and when filming wrapped, people were stunned to hear his real voice. Some co-stars thought he was terrible while working with him until they saw the finished film. That performance didn't just change his career, it changed how he approached acting forever. After American Psycho, Bale decided commitment wasn't enough, transformation was necessary. For The Machinist, he pushed his body to a frightening extreme. Standing 6 feet tall, he dropped to around 120 pounds. His daily intake was almost non-existent, and his appearance mirrored the mental collapse of his character. What made this even more unsettling was Bale's mindset. He later admitted there was a strange clarity that came with pushing his body that far. He even wanted to lose more weight, but filmmakers had to step in and stop him. Running scenes became nearly impossible, sleep dropped to a couple of hours a night, and his body was clearly failing. And then, without any recovery time, everything reversed. Just months after The Machinist, Bale was told to become Batman. The shift was extreme. He lifted obsessively, ate constantly, and gained weight at an alarming pace. At one point, he overshot the target by nearly 100 pounds, forcing him to cut back down before filming even started. But the physical strain didn't end there. Bale reportedly labeled his trailer Bruce Wayne, stayed in the American accent publicly, and leaned into discomfort, especially the bat suit, which he despised. That frustration fed directly into the performance. Even Batman's aggressive voice was Bale's idea, a choice that damaged his vocal cords multiple times during filming. The gamble paid off. Batman was reborn, but Bale wasn't interested in slowing down. When Werner Herzog offered Bale Rescue Dawn, there were no safety promises, only reality. Bale dropped weight again and endured brutal jungle conditions. He slept outdoors, dealt with leeches, handled real snakes, and endured physical and psychological stress few actors would accept today. Some scenes involved actors being restrained for hours. Others blurred the line between performance and genuine distress. Bale never backed out. Herzog later praised him as one of the rare actors willing to truly suffer for authenticity. But living like that takes a toll, and soon, that pressure exploded publicly. During Terminator Salvation, a leaked audio recording captured Bale unleashing a furious rant at a crew member. The clip spread everywhere. Some viewers laughed, others were disturbed. Bale later apologized, but the damage lingered. The moment raised uncomfortable questions. Had Bale stayed in character too long? Was this dedication or loss of control? Ironically, Bale would later criticize actors who use method acting as an excuse for bad behavior, quietly distancing himself from a label that had defined much of his career. Still, the performances kept coming. For the fighter, Bale vanished again, dropping more weight and staying in character constantly. The performance earned him an Oscar. Instead of slowing down, he escalated. American Hustle required heavy weight gain, altered posture, and a physical transformation so extreme it resulted in a spinal injury. Co-stars reportedly struggled to recognize him. Then came Vice. Bale added more weight, shaved his head, bleached his eyebrows, and immersed himself in Dick Cheney's life so deeply that his research may have helped save director Adam McKay during a real medical emergency. At this point, Bale wasn't just transforming, he was disappearing. For Ford v Ferrari, Bale dropped an enormous amount of weight one last time. When asked how he did it, his answer was blunt: he didn't eat. But after the film wrapped, he made a quiet decision: no more extreme fluctuations. No more destroying his body for roles. Age had caught up, and the damage was undeniable. Recent performances show restraint instead of excess. Co-stars have even joked that Bale now drops character the moment cameras stop rolling, something that would have been unthinkable years ago. But the question still lingers. Christian Bale gave everything to his roles, sometimes more than his body could afford. Hollywood rewarded the extremes, audiences applauded the sacrifice, and the performances became legendary. But very few people survive decades of that level of obsession without consequences. Bale may have stepped back, but his legacy leaves one unsettling question behind. Was it genius, or was it self-destruction disguised as art? And who, if anyone, is willing to go even further?